Glorious day to you, my friends. Welcome to day number 12 of being, blissful existence, illuminating and nurturing growth. We're going to do this by allowing ourselves to become empty. And during the first 55 days, we're simply going to set the underlying intention to loosen our grip, unclasp our attachment to this physicality, and invite and allow our connection to spirit, which is really our inner being, our true authentic self. And we're going to do this by chanting. For the first 55 days, we're going to be chanting Om Mani Padme Hum, using the Mala of Joy. We're chanting Om Mani Padme Hum 108 times. And in this Mala of Joy, we are breaking up the 108 seeds into 9 groups of 12, where each of these 9 groups represents one of the chakras in our Merkaba. And starting off at the bottom of our Merkaba is Vasundhara, the Earth Star chakra. Then we have Muladhara, the root chakra. Svadhisthana, our sacral chakra. Nirasahaka. Manipura, our solar plexus chakra. Anahata, our heart center. Vishuddha, our throat chakra. Anya, or Agnya, Sihikoturu Ushahiyatarar, our third eye chakra. Sahasrara, our crown chakra. And at the top of our Merkaba, Vyapini, the goddess who is everywhere, Sihikoturu Taharayata, the soul star chakra. Isahaka Ayaturu Utananayarayata. We're doing this for 144 days. Why 144? Because, one, that's what I was guided to do, but because 12 times 12 is 144, and the 12 dimensions, if in the idea of this 12 dimensions of this matrix, this physicality, and if each of our chakras represents one of the densities in this matrix, one of the dimensions, we have 3 more that we need to deal with, that we need to account for, that we need to bring into our wisdom and understanding. Thank you for those lofty words. And these 3 ideas, these 3 chakras, they're really intertwined, but we don't understand that until we're closer to the higher thought forms, to the highest source of consciousness. And these 3 chakras, and we're going to, they call it the Mala of Ascension, which includes the first 108 seeds of the Mala of Joy, and then these 36 seeds of, or markers, because these are not in the Mala of Joy. This a Mala is complete at 108. These extra 36, or the other 36, are simply ideas in this highest source of consciousness. But we can align with, we can think about, we can bring into our awareness, we can assimilate these ideas, align with these ideas in our heart center, and then in our conscious mind. And these extra 36, we're breaking up the 3 groups of 12, okay, representing Rita, divine order, righteousness, truth, virtue, wisdom, all these ideas. But let's go with the divine order right now. Then we have Vikara, this divine change or divine action. Because our actions cause change, and the response from the universe is a part of the ripples that we, the change that we cause based on our actions. When the simplest way to think of it is that they're both the same thing. Our actions are the change are our actions. And this third idea is Shrishti, creation, divine creation, where when we're causing the change, when we're taking action, when we're thinking, when we're speaking, when we're acting, we're causing the ripples in this underlying force. These fields, let's call them. A field in mathematics is simply just a set of ideas, a set of values. Well, when we're not interacting with them, all those field values are zero. When we interact with them, it excites parts of the field, and thus we interact with it. And we influence this divine order. Our actions follow the divine order to have this divine creation simply just appear. You cannot break these three ideas apart, but when we're ascending, when we're raising our vibration, we're raising our thought forms into the higher thought forms. Water is life, my friends. Excuse me. When we raise our vibration, those higher thought forms can become our inherent thought forms. That is what it means to raise your vibration. We think differently. We think in our higher chakras instead of our lower chakras. And then we think outside of this idea of who I am, this selfish me. When we start to understand this self is the highest self, everyone's self, this Brahma Atman, that there is really no difference between our soul, our Atman, and this Brahma Atman. We're all in our own place, exactly where we intended to be in this moment. And we are always successful in everything that we do. Because what we put out is what we get back. That is a law. We cannot break that law. The only way we can not get back is if we don't put out. And we did that when we were non-existent. Before consciousness, the highest source of consciousness, before it decided to awaken outside of time, in the idea that consciousness can awaken from non-existence. We as humans have this idea because it's unfathomable that we could not exist, or that existence can't exist. We always tie existence with time. Anyway, we're using this Mala of Ascension, and we're chanting Om Ah Hung. Om, the wisdom, the body. Ah, the throat, the speech, our speech. It's the emptiness in between the breaths, in between the in-breath and the out-breath. It's the emptiness, the wisdom, the emptiness. Hung, hum, hung, I am, the union of both the wisdom and the emptiness. And I am the wisdom in the emptiness. We are this wisdom. If we slow down, become more empty, and we're not going to set that as a goal. We're simply going to breathe. We're going to chant and allow. We're going to allow that to consume our awareness. We're going to focus on the breath. We're going to focus on the chant. And when any other thoughts come in besides our breath and the chant, we simply just return our focus to our breath and the chant. And they magically go away on their own when they're ready. And our awareness will be consumed with our breath and the chant, and it becomes our entire existence. This is our emptiness, this emptiness of everything else that we could be thinking of, everything else that we think we are. And the more we breathe with focus on the breath, and the more we chant, and the more we meditate, maybe we rewrite our belief systems to believe that this is our true authentic self, that this is our true nature. This is the easiest person to be. We're just going to touch on karma and dharma, niarasko uturu utu. This idea of rita is closely tied with dharma. And as far as I'm concerned, with the KISS method, we're splitting hairs when it comes to separating the ideas. I keep forgetting I'm off frame. My left hand is off frame. But the real, no green screen. So, this idea of rita, this is also dharma. We're splitting hairs, this flow of the universe in response to our action, our thought, our words, and our actions cause the ripples which follow the flow of this cosmic order, this truth. Rita, our internalized light that is. Our light, this divine light, this infinite light. Re, nidosko uturu. And the ta, that is. It's the only thing that is. Our true light, and up in the highest source of consciousness, is just called existence. It's is. And is too big of a word. There is no light up there. There only is existence. There only is. There's no judgment. But we can think of it as light. But are we thinking of it as this divine light that's totally accepting, which has no ego, which always just supports our free will? And it's unlimited in power because it can think of anything. Or are we think of it as, well, with light, there must be darkness. Well, that idea only exists in the matrix with this contrast. We are already adhering to karma, niyarayata karm, niyaraskuhuturu, and dharm, niyaraskahasodokuru, that we're holding and nurturing the laws of the universe. We are the flow of the universe. We are the righteousness. We are the truth. Abraham Hicks calls it the gentle tuning of our vibration. When we're experiencing this contrast, or we're upset, or somebody does something that triggers us, we're all having this human experience. It happens to all of us. Even those who think they're living a higher vibrational life, even those who think that they are enlightened, everyone in this physicality will experience contrast. We have a choice in every moment how we're going to respond. There is always a high vibrational response if a response is necessary. We don't have to see it as we got hurt. We don't have to see it as they did something that hurt me. We can, and it's still a valid response. If you wish to continue to experience the contrast, that is an appropriate response. But maybe there's a higher vibration. Maybe there's a higher viewpoint that your inner being is more aligned with. Your real true self is more aligned with. And when we ask our heart, how would you like to respond? If we think we're separate from our heart, I hopefully think that I'm mature enough that if you're talking to me and I'm causing an upset in your eyes, that I'm going to listen and I'm going to change. Or at least we'll talk about it, that there might be a higher vibrational viewpoint. And when be easy on yourself with the meditation, this idea of being easy on yourself is also in our responses when we're feeling upset or hurt. Even though there's another vibration, another viewpoint from our inner being, we don't have to adopt it. There is no law that says we have to be a higher vibrational viewpoint. And some people think that karma has to do with, I did something bad, so something bad's going to happen to me. Well, according to the law of attraction, yes. Well, not something bad, but you sent out a vibration, that vibration is coming back. It's already here. Just like the light in the mirror, it's already here. We have made our karmic imprint in our soul, in our auric field. It's already here. It was contrast, it was not alignment. It's simply, that's it. And some people think that we need to fix this karmic imprint. Okay? Our inner being can fix it easily by getting back into alignment. Simply. Nothing except unconditional love or existence can exist in an aligned vibration. When we're aligned with our inner being, we can only love. We can only respect. Yes, that's the ideal, but it is also our true nature. In this karmic imprint, we can go to an energy worker and take care of it. We can acknowledge it and then realign, which will take care of it. We can do something opposite, sure, if we think we're fixing it, but we're making two imprints in our auric field. Or we can see it as experience, and we can see it as I exist, and I'm here to expand and explore. And now I have both of these vibrations in here because I'm choosing to remember them. And when we choose to remember these, we're not remembering this. That's it. It's as simple as that. Now you have a choice to align, basically, is what they said. Or now the practice of alignment begins. Now is where it's at. Now is where you shine your awesomeness. Again, they're saying the same thing. So, I don't wish to make a 2-hour video, so let us meditate. So I invite you to relax. Whether you lie down or sit in seated meditation. I ask you to do so with a straight spine so that the energy flows more freely and naturally. And if you're in seated meditation, I'm sitting on a block to raise my hips to make it more comfortable for me. Comfort reduces distraction. Comfort enables the ease. The easy path. And I try to stack my shoulders over my hips, and I shimmy just a little bit to make sure I am balanced and aligned. And I let go. And I invite us all to close our eyes and relax. As we focus our awareness on our breath. As we slowly deepen our breath, Niaryashahaka torohoto. As we slow down our breath, as we savor our breath. And if you practice Ujjayi breath, now might be a good time to begin. As we feel how it feels to breathe in. And feel how it feels to breathe out. As we feel the cool air as we breathe in. As we feel the warm air as we breathe out. As we listen to the sound as we breathe in. And we listen to the sound as we breathe out. As we feel how it feels to breathe in. And we feel how it feels to breathe out. Now let us focus our awareness on our heart center, allowing our breath to continue a natural rhythm. And in our heart center is the home of our holy fire. And our holy fire is the source of our bright light. In every breath that we take with intention, fans the flames of our holy fire, breaks down the debris of life, the blockages of the chakras, makes cracks in our karmic imprints, and thus perceptibly brightening our already bright light. At least from the outside, it looks brighter, because you cannot dim your light. As we invite and allow the holy fire to flow in, through, and around us all, in every way, and everywhere, and every when, completely, naturally, and effortlessly. And let us start the divine flow. If we have not done so already, let us take the energy from our heart center and move it up through the chakras and get more pure holy fire. Moving it up through Vishuddha, through Anya, through Sahasrara, through Vyapini, and moving it up through the realms, through the dimensions. Moving to the edge of this matrix, this reality, and entering into the highest source of consciousness through the ideas of Vritta, Vikara, and Shrishti. And all these ideas in their pure form are the holy fire, our existence, our consciousness, And in this highest source of consciousness, no matter what name you give it, holy fire, unconditional love, total acceptance, they are all the same thing. There is only total acceptance and unconditional love. There is no ego. There is no judgment. There is only respect for free will. And the power is unlimited. Let us bring back more pure holy fire through the ideas of Shrishti, Vikara, Rita, and into this matrix of what we call reality, down through the dimensions, down through the realms, and through Vyapini, purifying it, through Sahasvara, purifying it, through Anya, purifying it, through Vishuddha, purifying it, and back into Anahata, our heart center, purifying our hearts. Now let us ground this energy effectively, and purify the lower chakras, moving it down through the chakras, down through Manipura, purifying it, down through Svadhisthana, purifying it, down through Muladhara, purifying it, down through Vasundhara, purifying it. And let's imagine growing roots down into Mother Earth. Down, 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 deep into the core of this planet. Wrapping these roots around the heart of Gaia, giving her a great big hug, giving her thanks and gratitude and appreciation for hosting this 3D playground, this third density experience. And her grounded love reminds us that we are spirit. We are this highest source of consciousness. We are the holy fire. And our awareness is being human. And bringing back her grounded love up through the root system. And going through Vasundhara, Muladhara, Svadhisthana, Manipura, and coming back to Anahata, our heart center. Combining this energy, combining these ideas, that we are whole and complete and pure, that we are spirit, we are consciousness, and everything is our perception. Niji sahatata iti arhaska esho odhurhatata. Now let us turn over to our inner being to continue this divine flow without any conscious thought, effortlessly, naturally, and completely. Iskohutu uruhana takarata ahita, shaihikita, saihita, takarata ahiu, toto uruha. And now on the out breath, with conscious intention, and inner being sankalpa, niyarasahaka otoru katata. Let us push this energy out from our heart center. Siyokutarata, and out of our physical bodies, nihikuturu sakata, and out of our auric field, nihatata atarisaka, and out into every aspect of our awareness. Hisokultur hatananyariyarasa achikora. In every way, and everywhere, and every when, nidaskahatakarwato, effortlessly, completely, naturally, nidi sahataka arahatakarasohota. Now let's create in our mind's eye a chest of our creation. And let us put in this chest all of our anger, all of our worry, all of our fears, all of our doubts, all of our guilt, all of our shame, all of our grief. Let's just put it in the chest. Let's also put in this chest anything else that might happen today, tomorrow, the rest of the week. Let's also put in there what has already happened today, what happened yesterday, or any time in the past. Let us also ask our inner being to put in this chest what it feels no longer serves, also what might distract from our time with our breath, from our time with the chant, and from our time with meditation. It's simply in the chest. And let us close this chest and set it aside. It shall be there for you at the end of meditation, if you so desire. Now the process for this meditation. We will start off with one Aum, where we're just lengthening out each of the sounds of A, Om, Aum, Keshikotor Uranani Arirata. We will chant Om Mani Padme Hum 108 times, using the Mala of joy, Iskuhuturu, as joy is our true nature. Nitakasata Karata. And a Koshi chime will let us know when we are on the last one. Si Ikuturu Unanana Haisa. And we will transition with one Aum. We can breathe a few times. I will give a gentle reminder that we are switching the chant to Om Ahung. And for the Mala of Ascension portion, we will start off with one Aying, which is Aim, the divine feminine version of Om, as some call it. Iskohutokuru. A, I, Ing, Aying, Kosuhukuturu, Ananatakaratata. We'll start off with one Aying. We will chant Om Ahung 36 times. The Koshi chime will let us know when we were on the last one, and we will close out with one Aying. One last sip of water. And just a gentle reminder to be easy on yourselves during this meditation. Everyone messes up. Everyone makes mistakes. If a stray thought comes in, if you miss a chant, if you're breathing at the wrong time, if you yawn, if you hiccup, if you have to swallow, be easy on yourself. Simply pick up with the next one, return your awareness to the breath and to the chant, and let it go. It'll go away on its own. It happens to me in every video, in every chant, in every session that I've ever done. Be easy on yourselves. So a breath in for Aum. Aum. And a breath in to chant. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Hasihe ta takarati hito. Pachi hito rahaya anahato. Kachahayara harta. Ashihiata hata. Hotoro huko urhotana. Ashihiata ata. Hotodoro hoka ashahe sahaka. Asho huko otoro. Katanata hita. Hashi do tohorota aha. Hashi heko arahatotaha. Kachahatata hara. Hashi ota. Ashihira. Nisho hoku utoro tatara. Ashahea atatakarata. Kotoro hoku uto. Hashihikata rata hatito. Kasahirata hatitaho. Ashihirataha. Otoro hoku utorota. Hashatakarata haro. Hotoro horanaha. Achahatata harata hita. Iso tohurota hara. Atakarata hetara hara. Kotoro huku utoro. Satata karate hitoro. Ashata karaya. Nihatata harata hoto. Ishahaka atara hata. Otoro huku utoro huta. Katata harata harira. Atkara hesho hotoro huta. Asho hokoro uta harata hatata. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Padme Hum. Om Mani 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 Padme Hum. Hutu Turhaya A Takarate Hita Dahanahare Ashoto Dohuka Kitakara Rahatara Kotor Horonahasu Kata Taharada Kehesa Otor Horonahayeri Achkoro Tahata Tahara Ashoto Dohoro Arakahadara Hetaha Isho Toto Hurodha Ichahanata Atakirira Asho Huko Utoro Hutoro Horonaha Sota Ashata Karara Isa Huko Toro Hokana Ashihika Atara Soko Ohurotahata Kata Taharatikewa Isa Haka Atanan Hator Otoro Huko Usha Ita Taharara Kanaha Hato Doro Hokayaha Isho Hoko Ohuraha Nawata Ashahatata Hatataki Koto Doro Hukore Achikohoro Tokaha Asho Hoko Uta Atikadarta Hata Hutu Doro Harade Achihutora Harana Hata Atikariarahna Ashuhuku Rohona Atuta Haiheyatahara Annahakayarahata Hutoro Urhona Ashihitata Annahatukarai Hasutoro Hukoto Urhatanaha Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Mani Padme Hum. Om 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 Mani Padme Hum. Hasutu utahaha kicha sahanatadoro uchotoro utuhuroko utoro shahia asohoko orohana kashihikata anahasaya katora horona hawata katora haha ashihikata atarahata kashuhoko uruhuna hawata kisa hakana hatara harka nisa hakata uturuhu sana utakarhisohoga arhaka etarita ishkana hatita garaha atotor hukota ataharna haherahaya kotor hukosha asanahe atatakarhata kotor huko urhana kasha hea karata anahe kotor hutonana kai hea ka atara ka toto horoto uhona hasa hea hacha taharara ashohoko otoro kachia tahatara arkanaha iso toto hora kase hikia tahata otor huko otoro anahasawa ka tatahara tahati tohoro ishoko otoro ukanahatata shatata hatara hatakahe kotoro huko utoro hosha na tatakarate hitoro hoto ka tita takarhati toho kotoro hurkaha Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Hasutoro Uchahata Teherora Achahakaeta Ashahaya Otoro Urnohoa Achahateati Haraha Utotoro Huyanaha Katata Karahi Sohotoro Gora Hashotoro Honadora Harakahe Ashahaya Kaatara Kotoro Utoro Kasata Taharakoho Ishoko Uro Achahatata Hara Ochotoro Hotarwara Kito Tohorayahana Katata Karate Hitoro Hoto Shakar Harana Karawata Kasita Takarata Hoto Kati Takaratata Shata Takarara Ito Tohorot Ohoratara Nira Rasahna Kashahaka Ate Tahara Otoro Hoko Otara Asahaka Atara Arahatuda Atata Karate Hitoro Satakarata Atati Takara Shohoko Utoro Na Taharata Ataka Shi Haya Atara Harakaha Kotoro Hodrona Horai Kati Takarata Hasa Oto Tohoroto Ota Katara Harahera Isho Hotoro Ukohodhara Harakehina Om Mani Padme Hum 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 And a breath in for Aum. And a few breaths. Nirorotahota. As we transition to Om Ahung, the wisdom of the emptiness that we are, of the body, the speech, and the mind, that we already are, that is inherent to us. Again, we will start off with one Aying. We will chant Om Ahung 36 times. The Koshi chime will let us know when we are on the last one. And we will close out with one Aying. Sihikuto Rota Anata Karata. One last sip of water. Kotoro Takatiarata. And a breath in for Aying. Aying. And a breath in to chant. Om Om breath in for Aim. Aing kuturoto hoshaya. Stay here for as long as you like. Nihasa. Ita takarhata naturuta. Maybe even pause the video, if you like, to spend more time in the energy. Sihiso uturhuta nahasahe. Ata taharharahakana hurutora. Isahe. And when you are ready, slowly bring your awareness back to the here and now. Maybe inviting some gentle movements, maybe wiggle your fingers and toes, maybe shrug your shoulders. And when you are ready, slowly open your eyes and welcome in the new now. Huturu uta ashahika ata karata ate hihorota orotata. Congratulations, my friends. We have completed day number 12 of being, blissful existence, illuminating and nurturing niaryasa hotoru, growth. Nisa hatakarata atitokorotata. I encourage you to journal about your experience. It was your experience. No one else's. Doesn't matter how you document it. I encourage you to journal about it. If we journal about it, we can go back to it at a later time when we are called to, when our intuition kicks in and asks us to. Maybe we'll find some value. Some new wisdom in that now. They talked a lot. I have some stuff to talk about with myself, because I was just talking with myself. I was guided to chant Om Mani Padme Hum on every other chakra, starting with Vasundhara, then Svadhisthana, skipping over Muladhara, skipping over Manipura, and chanting with Anahata, skipping over Vishuddha, chanting with Anya, skipping over Sahasrara, and chanting with Vyapini. And what they were telling me when I was on Vishuddha, when I was speaking light language, it was me, it was more pronounced. I'm going to straighten out my legs. That was me integrating an energy with myself, with a manifestation. But it happened during Vishuddha, a masculine chakra, where I'm taking action to align with and integrate an idea, a vibration, becoming a vibrational match to it. So I'm going to sit like this, just it's a little bit of malasana. Maybe I'll kick the block up to be more relaxed. Malasana, niyata. Araharaka asa ikuratata. Nara arhana asa ikutoro. Hutoro ukutorata. And then switch back to chanting with Anya, the third eye. Our intuition, my intuition. Chanting with my intuition. Which is listening, observation. This is me taking action, this vikara or karma, Me taking action, me listening and observing. This is a masculine chakra. This is a feminine chakra in the idea of masculine and feminine. And then they showed me down here while I was observing that was the opposite of what happened in the lower chakras. Because Manipura, the two chakras around the heart, are the masculine. And the two closer to the ends or farther away from the heart are the feminine chakras. So the water chakra, Svadhisthana, where the self is established. I was chanting. Chanting, light language, chanting. Okay? So I was light language on both my masculine chakras, and I was chanting on both my feminine chakras. And as a reminder, was I? Chant, light language, chant. Yes, I was chanting. And I was chanting. Okay, so, but they were talking about it. I thought I was speaking light language during Svadhisthana. But I was mistaken. I'm going to be easy on myself. Because the point is the point. Our emotions are there as our guidance system. Our emotions are there for us to listen to and observe and to help us make decisions. Help us make decisions and act. When we act from our emotions, we are overwhelmed. We are reacting from our emotions. Let's not think of this as right or wrong, but when we react from our emotions, we are not thinking with the conscious mind. We are not acting with the conscious mind. Here, okay? We're not acting, right hand, with the conscious mind. When we're speaking, are we speaking with the conscious mind, or are we speaking through our emotions? Svadhisthana. Our water chakra is a feminine chakra. It's a listening chakra. Listen to our emotions. It's a human thing. Every one of us does this. We react instead of listening to our emotions. We don't do it in every instance, but when we notice it, what can we do? Okay? We can acknowledge our emotions. We can acknowledge our fears and maybe even state it. We don't have to state it right then and there, but when we state it when we're stated to ourselves and to the universe, I am afraid of blah. I have a fear that blah. Okay? I want to fight blah. I want to flee from blah. I am guilt. I feel guilty because. I feel ashamed because. I feel grief because. I feel anger because. I feel worry because. I feel lied to because. I feel that this is an illusion or a dream because. I feel attached to this situation because. When we acknowledge our feelings, some of this energy gets out to the universe, gets out of you. There is release. And when we talk to other people, there is more release of this energy. We're not holding on to it. We don't retain our guilt. We don't retain our fear. We don't nurture it. We don't call it my precious. We don't nurture it. We don't feed it. We begin to release it. By beginning to release it, we begin to align and we begin to fine-tune our vibration. And maybe when we're feeling things before we act, before we act. Iskohuturu utakarayata. We can understand what am I feeling right now? And if we don't know what we're feeling, can we base it on our history? Do I overreact many times? Okay, well, then I'm acting out of my emotions. Maybe I don't act now. Might be the wisdom. When we understand what we're feeling, when I was younger, and even today, but when I was younger, I just knew I was feeling something. I knew I was angry. I didn't know about what. I couldn't verbalize what it was. Sometimes it took days to be able to verbalize what I was feeling 2 days ago, 3 days ago. And sometimes it took that long for me to actually be able to talk about it. No, I didn't like it. I didn't like feeling what I was feeling when I was feeling it, but I felt it. That was my truth. And because I couldn't articulate it, I couldn't explain it, I couldn't express it, I could only express coming out. Because I had to release it. Today, hopefully I don't get in those situations, but when I start to feel it, I take action. Okay, I know I don't want to be in this situation, so I'll thank you very much for your time, and mosey on my way. That's my human conscious choice to not foster an environment where I know I will be unsuccessful. Because sometimes when we stay